Do you live in the suburbs? Is your house very old? Would you believe that the home you're living in right now might have been ordered from a catalog, like a pair of shoes? In the golden age of American suburbia, visionary builders and architects didn't just construct homes. They revolutionized how families lived, loved, and dreamed. From steel houses that gleamed like spaceships to ranch homes that redefined indoor-outdoor living. Here are 13 architects, developers, and companies that created many of America's mid-century homes. Be sure to stick around for the last one, because if you thought putting IKEA furniture together was bad, you won't believe this retail giant that also shipped homes. Levitt Sons. In the post-war housing boom, Abraham Levitt and his sons, William and Alfred, transformed the American landscape with the creation of Levittown, the nation's first large-scale suburban community. Beginning in 1947, their developments turned Long Island farmland into neat neighborhoods of Cape Cod cottages, winding streets, and shared amenities, laying the blueprint for suburban life. Using assembly line efficiency, Levitt & Sons made homeownership possible for thousands of working families. For around $8,000, and with low down payments for returning veterans, buyers could own a 750-square-foot, two-bedroom house on a quarter-acre lot. These homes, mass-produced yet affordable, symbolize the American dream. However, that dream wasn't open to everyone. Levitt & Sons enforced racial restrictions, excluding black families in line with FHA policies and discriminatory lending. William Levitt admitted, "As a Jew, I have no room in my heart for racial prejudice, but the plain fact is that most whites prefer not to live in mixed communities." The first Levittown consisted of 17,447 homes, with subsequent expansions across Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Levitt & Sons was sold in 1964, but by the late 1960s, it had constructed approximately 140,000 homes.
Stop-motion footage shows an entire house being put up in a single day.
Cliff May. Cliff May, the pioneer of horizontal living, crafted the California ranch house from childhood memories of Spanish haciendas in San Diego. His low-slung beauties hug the earth with spreading roof lines and walls that dissolve between indoors and out, capturing the Golden State's casual sophistication. May's work graced the pages of countless architectural magazines, celebrating his revolutionary approach to indoor-outdoor living. Remarkably, this master of residential design worked without an architect's license, but finally obtained one only in his final year of life. His influence was immense. Over 1,000 custom residences bore his direct hand, while more than 18,000 tract houses carried his distinctive imprint through model prototypes that developers eagerly copied. Eichler Homes. Joseph Eichler was a real estate developer inspired by Frank Lloyd Wright. From 1949 to 1974, Eichler Homes built over 11,000 residences throughout California, each one a California dream. Post and beam construction, floor-to-ceiling glass, and radiant heat in exposed aggregate floors created spaces that felt simultaneously intimate and infinite. These weren't just houses. They were lifestyle statements for families who believed the future would be bright, open, and beautifully lit. Though Eichler built for the middle class, he championed inclusive practices, establishing a non-discrimination policy that welcomed buyers regardless of religion or race, a bold stance in an era of widespread housing segregation. Lustron Corporation. The Lustron Corporation promised to solve America's housing shortage with homes unlike anything seen before, entirely made of porcelain enameled steel. Carl Strandlin's company began producing these futuristic dwellings in 1948 at a converted aircraft plant in Columbus, Ohio. Every Lustron home arrived by truck as a 3,000-piece kit, ready to be bolted together on site. Walls, roofs, and even bathtubs were steel, baked in pastel finishes like surf blue, maize yellow, and desert tan. Interiors boasted built-in features, vanity cabinets, sliding pocket doors, and radiant panel heating, promising modern efficiency and freedom from the need for painting or repairs. Although buyers loved the durability, production costs spiraled out of control, and only about 2,500 were built before the company collapsed in 1950. Today, about 1,500 surviving Lustrons across the Midwest and South remain architectural curiosities, testaments to a time when Americans believed the future of housing would be steel. Campanelli Brothers. The Campanelli Brothers, 4 siblings and a brother-in-law, turned fading farmland into thriving suburban neighborhoods. They seized the moment when highways and prosperity opened the suburbs to families leaving crowded Boston. Their breakthrough came in Framingham, Massachusetts, where they built alongside Shoppers World, one of the nation's first suburban malls, in 1952. The mall's modern allure made their nearby California ranch-style homes especially attractive. These houses were characterized by their long, low silhouettes, expansive picture windows, radiant heated floors, and open layouts, which brought a relaxed West Coast feel to New England living. The Campanellis soon expanded westward, developing extensively in Schaumburg, Illinois, where their neighborhoods mirrored the same modern convenience and casual elegance. In all, they constructed about 30,000 homes, half in New England, 20% along the eastern seaboard, and the remainder in Chicago's suburbs, leaving a lasting imprint on mid-century suburban life. There's even a Facebook group called I Grew Up and/or Currently Live in a Campanelli Ranch with almost 4,000 members.
This house is called a Campanelli Ranch. If you grew up in Framingham, Massachusetts like I did, you take these for granted because there are neighborhoods and neighborhoods filled with them.
David Bohannon. In California's East Bay, David Bohannon orchestrated suburban symphonies across hillsides and flatlands, transforming vast tracts into carefully planned communities that defined middle-class aspiration. This developer possessed an almost mystical ability to see neighborhoods where others saw empty land, crafting places like San Lorenzo Village and Hillsdale Shopping Center. Beginning in the late 1940s, Bohannon's development stretched from San Francisco to San Jose. Bohannon Homes did not follow a single architectural style. Instead, they adapted to their surroundings with ranch houses, colonials, and contemporary designs that appealed to different tastes. He built for teachers, engineers, and young families climbing the corporate ladder, offering quality construction at reasonable prices. His developments included shopping centers, schools, and parks, complete communities rather than mere subdivisions. Bohannon Construction eventually built over 25,000 homes before the company was sold in the 1970s. National Homes Corporation. The National Homes Corporation of Lafayette, Indiana, became one of America's largest home builders, offering families affordable paths to home ownership. Founded in 1940, the company pioneered prefabricated housing on a massive scale, shipping factory-built wall panels and precision-cut components that could be assembled quickly on site. This efficiency reduced costs without sacrificing durability, allowing National Homes to build more than 500,000 homes between 1940 and 1986. Their catalog featured ranch houses, split levels, and colonials, with dozens of floor plans and exterior styles designed to meet the needs of both modest first-time buyers and upwardly mobile professionals. By combining variety with affordability, National Homes became a trusted builder for both returning veterans and growing families. Eventually absorbed by larger corporations and challenged by shifting market demands, National Homes faded, but its legacy remains in neighborhoods nationwide. Millions of Americans grew up in houses bearing its name.
Home buyers may select any one of the authentic architectural styles, including charming Cape Cods, gracious colonials, sparkling contemporaries.
Techbuilt. In the early 50s, architect Carl Koch set out to democratize modern design with his innovative Techbuilt system. Introduced in 1953, these homes merged architectural sophistication with industrial efficiency, offering middle-class families houses that look like they belonged in glossy magazines but cost far less than custom designs. Unlike standard prefabs, Techbuilt homes were conceived as flexible systems rather than rigid models. Featuring post and beam construction, vast expanses of glass, and open floor plans, they celebrated light, space, and individuality. Koch's kit of parts approach allowed builders to assemble homes in countless variations, giving buyers the freedom to adapt layouts to their needs while still enjoying modernist elegance. About 3,000 Techbuilts rose across New England and the Mid-Atlantic, attracting academic professionals drawn to design they could finally afford. Though financially short-lived, Techbuilt earned Koch the title Grandfather of Prefab. Today, surviving examples remain cherished symbols of the suburban future. Leisurama. In 1963, Macy's turned heads with a bold retail experiment, selling complete vacation homes straight from its New York City Herald Square showroom. Like oversized appliances, the Leisurama house came fully equipped. Furniture, dishes, and even salt and pepper shakers, ready for instant leisure living. Architect Andrew Geller designed these homes. Each sale included a plot in Montauk, Long Island, where 114 Leisurama houses soon dotted the coastline, offering middle-class families their own piece of seaside paradise. Later, developments in Lauderhill, Florida, brought the concept to year-round living. The houses themselves were modest yet striking, with atomic-age touches, expansive windows, and layouts meant for relaxation. Though the venture lasted only 2 years, surviving Leisurama homes are now prized relics of mid-century optimism, symbols of a moment when buying a vacation lifestyle was as easy as saying, "Charge it" at Macy's.
Brad Baker. I own a Leisurama house. I'll give you a quarter tour.
Palmer and Krisel. In burgeoning Southern California, the architectural partnership of Dan Palmer and William Krisel created modernist subdivisions that redefined middle-class living for the atomic age. From the late 1940s through the 1960s, this dynamic duo designed thousands of homes that brought sophisticated architecture to tract housing. Their collaboration with the Alexandra Construction Company from 1955 to 1965 was legendary, transforming Southern California into a modernist playground. Palmer and Krisel's signature butterfly roofs, post and beam construction, and walls of glass turned ordinary subdivisions into showcases of contemporary living. They created over 2,200 homes featuring 40 different floor plans that could be mixed and matched across various developments. Their designs featured open floor plans, clear-story windows, and seamless indoor-outdoor living. The partnership was particularly prolific in Palm Springs, Coachella Valley, California, creating entire neighborhoods that celebrated California's casual sophistication. Gunnison Magic Homes. When Foster Gunnison turned from illuminating skyscrapers to housing America, the result was a fascinating journey from high design to domestic dreams. This prefabricated housing pioneer honed his modernist skills in lighting design, working on projects such as the Empire State Building and Rockefeller Center. After establishing his reputation in commercial lighting, Gunnison turned his talents and machine-age mindset toward a new challenge, opening Gunnison Magic Homes in 1935. Beginning assembly line production of prefabricated houses in New Albany, Indiana, his homes were constructed from 4x8-foot panels of insulated plywood, mass-produced with interchangeable elements and various floor plans. Eventually becoming a wholly owned subsidiary of U.S. Steel, the Gunnison Housing Corporation continued to produce up to 50,000 prefabricated houses through 1974. The Aladdin Company. Founded in 1906, the Aladdin Company of Bay City, Michigan, was shipping entire houses by railroad. The company pioneered the ready-cut system, which involved precision milling lumber that arrived pre-cut with instructions, allowing families to build their own homes. Its catalogs were like magic carpets, carrying readers through page after page of wishes. More than just kit houses, Aladdin Homes embodied the company's promise of quality, expressed in their tagline, "From the forest to the home." Their designs range from simple worker cottages to spacious colonials, offering styles that conveyed stability and aspiration. Guided by the Golden Rule slogan, the company pledged to only sell homes that they would live in themselves. For over 80 years, Aladdin had sold more than 75,000 homes across the nation. By the time the company closed in 1987, its legacy had reshaped American homeownership into something practical, affordable, and enduring.
The house was built about 1911 and is a kit home manufactured by the North American Construction Company, known better by its later name, the Aladdin Company.
Sears Modern Homes. In the heyday of mail-order shopping, nothing stirred more excitement than the house plans tucked inside Sears Roebuck & Company's famous catalogs. From 1908 to 1942, Sears Modern Homes brought the American dream to reality. For thousands of families, a complete home delivered via railroad in 30,000 pieces was just an order form away. With models like the Magnolia, the Dover, and the Wesley, these houses promise style, affordability, and respectability. Every kit arrived with pre-cut lumber, paint, nails, hardware, and detailed instructions. Everything but the foundation. Sears even offered financing, helping families who never thought they could own a home. More than 70,000 homes had been sold, ranging from simple worker cottages to prairie school-inspired designs rivaling architect-built houses. Though rising costs and wartime shortages closed the program, thousands of Sears homes still stand, cherished pieces of mail-order Americana. If you live in one now, you can join a Facebook group with 10,000 followers. In case you're wondering, Montgomery Ward also sold prefabricated houses called Wardway Homes from 1909 to 1931. They closed the business, though, as it could not survive the Great Depression.
Every house has a story.
We're the Burks,
and our house came from a Sears catalog.
There you have it. Did you or do you live in any of these homes today? Let us know in the comments. If you live in an old house, you can also join this Facebook group, which has over 2 million members. If you enjoyed this video, we have another one for you to watch. 10 old home features that have faded into history.